In an age where we have the ability to manipulate technology to our whims, it's hard to believe that there are things that we cannot control. Of all the mysteries of the natural world, few are as captivating and life-giving as the weather. It's been both a life source and a force of destruction since the beginning of time, but what if we could harness its powers? What if science fiction became reality and we actually figured out how to control the weather? What would it mean for humanity? What challenges would we face? And most importantly, should we even try to do this? In today's video, we are going to explore the exciting possibilities and the dark realities of a world in which humans become masters of the weather. So let's dive right in and see what happens when we start playing God. The idea of controlling the weather has captured the human imagination for centuries. In ancient times, people looked to the skies with a mixture of awe and terror as storms raged around them, believing that the gods themselves were angry or pleased. As our understanding of the world grew, so did our desire to master the elements. The first tentative steps towards weather modification came with the invention of irrigation systems and the deliberate alteration of local climates to suit agricultural needs. Today, we have advanced to the point where we can influence weather patterns on a large scale. One of the most well-known examples is cloud seeding, which has been used for decades to increase rainfall in drought-stricken areas. By dispersing substances such as silver iodide into the atmosphere, we can trigger the formation of clouds and precipitation. While the practice remains controversial due to concerns about its effectiveness and potential environmental impacts, it demonstrates our growing ability to interact with and modify weather systems. Another promising technique is the use of lasers to break apart clouds and increase visibility for airplanes. By focusing powerful laser beams on water droplets suspended in clouds, we can evaporate them, creating clear corridors through overcast skies. This innovation has the potential to improve air safety and reduce delays caused by poor weather conditions. But while these methods may seem like small steps towards true weather control, they also raise important questions about the limits of our intervention. If we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, what are the potential risks and unintended consequences we might face? Imagine a world where the sun always shines, where crops never fail, and where natural disasters are a thing of the past. It may sound like a utopian dream, but the implications of such power are far-reaching, and not all of them are positive. One of the most significant challenges associated with controlling the weather is the potential for ecological disaster. By manipulating factors such as temperature, precipitation, and humidity, we could inadvertently trigger catastrophic shifts in ecosystems. For example, increasing rainfall in one region might lead to devastating floods, displacing wildlife, destroying habitats. Similarly, attempts to control hurricanes could disrupt ocean currents and weather patterns with far-reaching global consequences. Moreover, the unintended consequences of weather modification could extend beyond the environment. By altering temperature or precipitation patterns, we might inadvertently impact human health, agriculture, and economies in ways that are difficult to predict or control. For instance, attempts to cool the planet might lead to unforeseen consequences for plant growth and food production. Despite these challenges, the potential benefits of weather control are too great to ignore. The ability to manipulate the weather could help us mitigate the effects of climate change, prevent natural disasters, and ensure food security for a growing population. By harnessing the power of the weather, we could transform our relationship with the natural world and become stewards of the planet. However, the question remains, who would have access to this powerful technology, and how would it be regulated? The ethical implications of weather control are profound. If the ability to manipulate the weather falls into the wrong hands, it could be used for nefarious purposes. For example, a terrorist group could potentially use weather modification techniques to cause widespread damage or disruption. Similarly, governments or corporations could misuse this power to control the climate in strategic areas, giving them a significant advantage over their rivals. To prevent such abuses, it would be crucial to establish robust international regulations and oversight mechanisms to govern the use of weather control technology. But even with the best safeguards in place, there are still potential risks that we cannot ignore. The unintended consequences of weather modification could be catastrophic, leading to ecological disaster or even the destruction of the planet itself. Controlling the weather is a tantalizing prospect, but we must proceed with caution. The power to manipulate the very forces that shape our planet comes with great responsibility. We must carefully consider the potential risks and unintended consequences before we unleash this technology on the world. Now, let's take a step back and consider the logistical challenges involved in attempting to control the weather. To truly manipulate weather patterns on a large scale, we would need to understand and predict them with unprecedented accuracy. This requires advanced observation and modeling capabilities that are currently beyond our reach. Imagine a vast network of sensors and monitoring stations gathering real-time data on temperature, humidity, wind speed, and other critical variables. With this information, supercomputers could generate highly accurate weather models, allowing us to make informed decisions about how to intervene in specific weather systems. But even with the best technology and infrastructure in place, the task of controlling the weather would be fraught with difficulties. Weather systems are incredibly complex and dynamic, constantly evolving and interacting in ways that are difficult to predict. Any attempt to manipulate these systems would require precise, delicate interventions that could easily go awry. For example, steering a hurricane away from a coastal city might seem like a straightforward solution to a natural disaster. But in reality, it would involve a high-risk game of weather manipulation. Even the slightest miscalculation could cause the storm to intensify or change course, leading to catastrophic consequences. Despite these challenges, the pursuit of weather control has inspired some bold and innovative ideas. One intriguing concept is the use of giant mirrors or lenses to focus sunlight and heat the lower atmosphere. By carefully controlling the intensity and direction of this artificial heat source, we might be able to influence the formation and movement of weather systems. However, such a system would require an enormous amount of energy and resources, and the potential environmental impacts are unknown. Other proposals involve injecting aerosols or particles into the stratosphere to reflect sunlight and cool the planet, or deploying fleets of unmanned aerial vehicles to gather data and modify weather patterns. Each of these ideas presents its own set of logistical, technological, and environmental challenges, but the pursuit of innovative solutions to the problem of weather control continues. As we look to the future of weather control, it's essential to remember that the power to manipulate the weather is a double-edged sword. While the potential benefits are great, the risks and challenges are equally significant. To harness this power responsibly, we must pursue it with humility, caution, and a deep understanding of the natural world. The quest to control the weather is ultimately a reflection of humanity's desire to understand and master our environment. But as we continue to explore this frontier, we must also remember the importance of balance and respect for the natural world. Whether we choose to wield the power to control the weather or not, one thing is certain: our relationship with the natural world will never be the same again. As we continue to explore the frontiers of science and technology, we must do so with a deep sense of responsibility and a commitment to preserving the delicate balance of our planet. If we are ever to truly master the weather, we must do so not just for our own benefit, but for the benefit of all living things. So what do you think? Is controlling the weather a risk worth taking? Do the potential benefits outweigh the challenges and ethical concerns? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery and exploration. Together, we can continue to push the boundaries of human knowledge and understanding. If you enjoyed this video, I invite you to watch another one on why time travel is impossible. Until next time, keep asking questions, keep seeking answers, and keep exploring the endless possibilities of the universe.